Hi everyone, we're back. So what hopefully you've gone ahead and done is hemmed each side of your main body fabric where the elastic is going to be encased. Lucky I went away and did that because my bobbin ran out and that would have been boring, watching me fill a bobbin. Okay, so I've put a hem on both those side seams on both sides of my face mask. So now what we're going to do, and because as you can see we have here this raw edge, we need to do the same thing there. We're going to fold our raw edge over to kind of encase it and have it be hidden within that space. I'm just going to iron it because mine's a little bit fiddly. And then depending on the width of your elastic, you're going to fold the next fold is going to have to be wide enough or large enough so that your elastic can fit down in between it. So hopefully what you've done is given yourself enough width that when you fold it again, it probably will match up with the lining fabric. So you can see here there's the light, good. Can you see that? So I've folded it again and it matches where the lining meets the fold. I'm going to top stitch down there, but just before I do that, I'm just going to double check the width of my elastic is going to fit in that space. So this is perfect, if not a little bit too wide, so perfect really. So you fold it over once to hide the raw edge. You could overlock that edge if you were really wanting to, but I'm not going to today. And then fold it again, and I'm going to top stitch down that edge there so that then I have this little pocket where the elastic can slide into. Okay, so fold it over twice, pin it in place, on both sides, fold it down to hide the raw edge and fold it again. If you had drawn on your seam allowance there, the line at which you fold that second fold should match your seam allowance line. And we're just going to stitch down the side of that. For strength, you might want to go back and forth on each end of that stitching because the elastic's going to pull on each end of that part of your face mask. Okay, so tidy up those okay, so now you've got use blue thread, you've stitched down there and you've created this little pocket in there for your elastic to be threaded through. Now when it comes to measuring how much elastic you need, I did it in a pretty arbitrary way really. I measured it on my children or my husband's head while they were holding the mask there, and just it was a rough guide, and then cut it that long. But if you're doing it for yourself or for somebody else, what you could do is just use your own head as a measurement. Put one side at the jawbone, give it a good pull, and measure to the other side of the jawbone. So you're going to need at least double that width, that length I should say, at least, because it's got to go in one side, down out the bottom, across to the bottom and up through the top, and then join again. So just to be on the safe side, I've doubled it, and I'm just going to add just a little bit more. You could leave it attached to your main body fabric, elastic, and then just thread it through. So now you're going to grab your paper, your pin, your clip here, one of these. You're going to attach it to your elastic. And you're going to use that to thread it through each end of your face mask. Up side one, down through the other. Like that. And then what I'm going to do just to trial it out is I'm just going to pin the two ends together using my pin here. Just to double check how wide I might, or how long the elastic needs to be. And then I'm going to just try it on. Okay. Bet that was an attractive vision. So for me, that elastic is perfect. So one piece of elastic obviously goes up high and the other down low, and it definitely holds my face mask on quite firmly. But you're all going to have your own preference for what you want for yourself. So if anything, that elastic could probably have been a little bit bigger, but I actually think it's probably perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and sew those two layers of elastic together. Okay, so I'm going to put them one on top of each other, and I'm just going to go back and forth on the sewing machine to secure those two pieces together. And then I'm going to swivel the elastic around just so it's hidden in the... There you go. Now you can do the elastics a different way. You can do one loop of elastic on one side and another loop of elastic on the other, and then they just hook around behind your ears. I didn't find that so comfortable, so I thought this was a better version of just having the one piece of elastic, like a pair of undies. And then you can adjust both of them on the back of your head. And then you have this wee pocket in here where you can fit your filtering fabric. So your non-woven fabric. There's that wee information sheet that we gave you has some suggestions for non-woven fabric. I read that felt obviously is a good option, but it probably could be a bit thick, so you might find it a bit hard to breathe with the felt. I haven't tried it, so... But certainly these dried antibacterial wipes are great. I used mine at the supermarket yesterday. And if nothing else, to prevent other people from catching anything from me, so... There you go. So you just insert that into your face mask. And there you have it. a basic face mask with a filter. Okay, I hope that was easy enough to follow. If there was anything that was unclear or was a bit confusing, then please post it on the underneath in the comment section, and I can maybe put a photo up if something's a wee bit confusing, or run through how to do it again. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Your wee face mask. I look forward to seeing your projects and how you got on. All right, take care everyone.